Hey, Facebook.
What up?
Hey, y'all. Oh my goodness. It's actually doing it. We're going live, are we? Again, I always say that I can't see y'all. So, but I'm gonna say welcome everyone. Thank you guys for joining in with us. You already know who's in the building. It's a chilly Thursday night, so I hope you cuddled up and watching this and ready to give us so much feedback with what we got going on. So what we have right now, I'm gonna just do it based off of my screen. To the right, we got Cherie. Say hello to the people.
Hey y'all. What's up?
Okay, so then on my other side is our special guest who came before, which is who? Solomon.
All right.
Okay, then below him is Maggie. Say hello.
Hey, Facebook world.
And then we got Tanya. Say hello. Everyone looks so vibrant. Okay.
Hello, everyone.
With the Christmasness. So, okay. So what are we talking about today? Just shoot it out there. Whoever was talking about it just a second ago. I think it was in the language.
As wrap up this season, our second season, we are so grateful for our followers, for the ones that engage with us. We wanted to wrap it up with what have we learned, some lessons learned, what may be taken to the new year as we continue down this dating game and engaging with, other people and learning from your experiences. So I think that is what we will do and focus on today.
Okay, so then thank you for the intro. So who's going to do it? Hello? Who's going to actually start it? You want to call Young?
Everything go.
All right. Well,
Okay.
I can start.
Thank you.
Definitely would like to say some of the things that I have learned this year that specifically deal with dating. One thing I will say is that, because y'all know, if y'all saw me on last season compared to this season, is I'm definitely not as guarded, not to be so standoffish. And even though I'm really not like that, I've noticed last week in our episode when talking to the fellas, how they talked about, or it wasn't last week, who was that? It was Justin. It was Justin saying that
we had three.
Oh,
I know,
right? Justin Spears, when he was on, and he specifically said that sometimes when he approaches a woman, she done been approached already 3, 4, 5 times. And so if she at the gas station and you think she look good, she already like, oh, I hope he don't come over here. And I took that, was like, oh my gosh, that is so me. And I have to realize that sometimes every man who is approaching me is not just trying to be doggish or whatever, that some men are truly genuine and truly want to get to know me and are truly interested in dating, especially if I'm interested in dating. So, I mean, especially if they approach me in a nice way, I'm okay with that. And so I have learned that, and I'm actually doing that. Although I'm not giving everybody a chance, don't get me wrong, because it's some riffraff out there. But I have, broadened my horizons and open, let down my walls just a little bit to let people in to truly get to know me and who I am and what I'm about, to really find that one person that I want to date and have a relationship with, be in love, and, potentially marry.
So basically, if I'm hearing you correctly,
yes.
So basically, you are like this. And Maggie, I think you can relate to. We talked about this years ago, but you will now. You're at the house. Your blinds are no longer closed. They are cracked, like they at least are open to let them know that you're home.
Yes.
So that means, and the lights are on, so they know that you're home, and you're gonna come to the door and say, "Hey."
Yes.
That's what you're gonna do. Okay.
Who's in here?
Like what's going on? Like knock, knock, knock. And of course we can see them before they come anyway, because you have a ring bell, a doorbell with a camera. So you're just saying, let me keep it open. Listen, let me keep it open. Also, that's wonderful. Yeah, wonderful.
Take a peek. Yeah, see what I'm about. So definitely step out.
Cherie, okay, go.
Girl over here thinking, like, I know we like 35 and waiting, But just being on here this last year, I've come to the conclusion that I'm still waiting, but I'm not anticipating a relationship. So like right now, me personally, I am in a transition because of COVID. So I'm not even focusing on being in a relationship, or I guess just being in a relationship in general. Like we could be friends. Like I don't mind that. Like I actually like having conversations. I like having conversations like this. So when the guys that I do meet, I have conversations.
Right.
That's all I have for you. It's nothing against you. It's nothing against anybody. It's just I realized like I'm just in the place where I'm focusing on home life and being a mother. Not saying that I wasn't focused before, but this is definitely a new transition for me because I began homeschooling. So it's a lot of new things that happen once COVID hit that I'm just trying to make sure I have that set in place before I add somebody else to the mix.
Right. Take care of home before you try to bring somebody else in. Yeah.
Exactly. And this is definitely a huge transition for me. For 10 years being an ABA therapist to now I'm about to be at home.
Right.
That's a huge transition. And I don't even know what that looks like for me, let alone trying to have somebody else added to our family. I'm not gonna do y'all like that. I've grown from my forky ways, you know what I'm saying? So I'm here for you. We're in this together in this way.
So, okay, let me say what I heard you say. So apparently you're working on Forky still, which is you're better.
Right.
What you're doing is you've come to the realization throughout this season that you're working. You got work to do. You have to do the work. Like Iyanla says, do the work, beloved. You have to do the work. But that doesn't take away, that's still your desire to, be with somebody, but you like, wait a minute, hold, pause. I need to fix me a little bit more because I have somebody else to consider, which is my daughter. You can't just be coming all in here all raggedy, because it doesn't just be about you. It's going to be about you and little Precious. So I heard that from you. Thank you for sharing, Cherie. Okay. And now we're going to move on. I'm coming to you, Solomon. I know you're married, but we coming to you. Okay. So Maggie, we're going to go with you. Yeah, he's gonna have something to say, and I'm gonna plug you in.
Yes.
Okay. So Maggie, what do you have to say?
Look, Solomon over there listening, and he gonna round it all up.
Right. Yeah, hello.
For me, I'm gonna take it back to my biggest, from our conversation last week about those healthy boundaries, right? So I thought I had healthy boundaries, but it became much more clearer that I needed to hold myself to those boundaries and not get comfortable in that. And then I think another thing that I've learned is, and this is being super transparent because I think this is therapy. Side note, I will be going to a real therapist, but I think this has been really good therapy for me. And so from that perspective, I think from the, I might say I want something, or I might portray it that this is what I believe, but what is my subconscious telling me? And I'm learning that lesson of, does my subconscious believe something else? And the reason why I let down those healthy boundaries and don't stick to them, but I want something, like I'm portraying something, but what is my subconscious telling myself? So I'm really working through learning. I need to align both of those, and those need to align so my subconscious and what I'm trying to portray actually match so I can get what I want. So that is really what I have learned, through this. And that we need to listen and communicate to men. Like, we need to listen to hear what they're saying.
Right. So
we don't need to make up a story in our head or say, oh, this is what he really meant. No, he meant exactly what he told you.
Right.
Exactly.
He does. So Ant-Man just came in here. I don't know if y'all can see him, but he's here with the background music.
Right,
with the background music.
I'm about to say I might mute him for a second, just so everybody. No, he's here. No, we can hear him. He muted himself. Look at him, Ant-Man. Okay.
Yes. Hello.
What's that? I'm just gonna say. So what I heard from Maggie. Okay.
Oh, you got it.
We're gonna do that. We're gonna mute him, and so we're gonna go back. Okay. So hold on. Let me unmute him now. Okay. Unmute whenever he can. I don't know, child. I can't unmute. Oh, there you go. Hey, Ant-Man.
Can y'all?
What? You got that
All
music
right.
up like there's some sultry things going on in your background.
Yeah, I'm up here at one of my jobs, and I had to step away to jump on real quick though.
Correct, because that's what we
Appreciate you.
asked. You know, you're a man of your word. So, boom.
I know, right? So,
I
what's
just
up,
want to
everybody?
say for Maggie,
What's up?
sorry, he was speaking to everyone. Hello. So, Maggie, I heard from you is that you're learning better with the boundaries. Can you guys hear? Okay, just want to make
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so with the boundaries, you're working on the boundaries. You said that that's what you've learned, that that's what you have come to create for yourself. So to give people healthy boundaries and to listen when a guy tell you something, that's what he means. And it don't go no different from what he say. I understand his actions might be blurry, but if he didn't say it, that ain't what he means. So thank you for that, Maggie. So we're gonna go to the music man real quick, Solomon, because this I don't know what's going on. So well, we have to come back because you know we'll come back to you because I was about to say we didn't talk about what you said we were supposed to talk about. So let's go to Solomon. What have you learned this year? I'm going to ask you a very specific question. What have you learned this year becoming a newlywed? How that's working for you? Of course, you know we ain't gonna be in your business, but I'm just saying how that's working for you. How you like to share that? You know what? Maybe we could take some guys out there can take some notes and become more vulnerable to get married. So we just want to hear what you have to say about.
Okay, well, let me start off by saying thanks for having me. It's an honor and a privilege.
Gentlemen.
That music is
We have
great.
to mute. We got
You're gonna have to mute
Mute.
Ant-Man. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't worry about it. I'll put that mute on. Go ahead.
okay.
So I waited a while to get married. So I think the most important thing is that being prayerful and being faithful and actually waiting for the Lord to send you the right person and waiting on that right person is extremely important. I learned that like this year, you know, it's quarantine, so we bought a house and got married and we've been trapped together for months, you know, and it's like there isn't anyone I'd rather be stuck with, I guess, than my wife, because it's like I feel like I truly believe she's my soulmate, you know, and on my good days, my bad days, her good days and bad days, I know that we're there for each other no matter what. So, and I think back to what it took to get to this point, like the hard times when I remember being in church and like I'd look over and I see a couple to my right, y'all's left, and then a couple
They do that. Okay, they say that. Okay.
and then a couple to my left, y'all's right.
Right.
And then
Gotcha.
I'm just like, hey, that's what I want, you know. But I was like, I'm gonna wait for that right person and not settle for less than I deserve. So I just learned the importance of patience and being prayerful, and you know, eventually your prayers will be answered.
Amen. Not on our time, but on God's time, it will.
God's time. Because I wanted this a long time ago.
You know what I'm saying?
But
Right.
he knew I was
I
a
like
whole
that piece
fool.
of advice. So that advice is wait for the right time. I remember
Wait for the right
Victoria always says the right guy at the wrong time is the wrong guy. Essentially.
That's real, because like I think back to like when I wasn't ready and certain women that I dated were ready, and the trying to be ready because they were ready, and like their time I wasted because I wasn't there yet. You know what I mean? So it's like being okay telling her, I mean, I know this isn't the topic, but like
no, keep going.
As a guy, when you know it's a good woman and you know she's ready and you know you're not, just leave her alone, because no matter what you do, if you're not ready, you're not gonna be ready. So you can try to put yourself and feel like, because then that's when we go back and forth, like, nah, okay, I'm ready now. Nah, I'm not. I ain't ready.
You're trying to fake it.
Yeah, you're trying to fake it. So just,
Thank you for that.
I think women will respect you more if you tell them, I'm just not ready, and then leave them alone. Right. You know.
Thank you. Boom, 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 boom. Thank you. Leave them alone.
So impatient. Yes. That's hard. That's tough. That's tough. Do guys
Thank you.
feel like they're gonna, the right one might slip away through your fingers if you're not waiting?
But you know what though? I guess I'm learning too with that, what you just said, Tanya. The right one is not gonna slip through your fingers.
Right.
The right one, you're gonna hold on to him and he gonna hold on to you. It's gonna be at the same, you know what I mean? It's gonna be simultaneous. He ain't gonna go nowhere. He just, so obviously, because of the 35 and waiting, chapter 35, the waiting game, ours is still getting seasoned, and that's just okay. So they haven't been put on the grill yet. They still getting seasoned.
But
So
that's true. What
All
Victoria
good
said, slipping through the fingers. It's one of those things like, can you not get better? Or if you have that connection with somebody, do you think you can't have that connection with somebody else?
that's right.
And it shows you that you can have a connection with this person. That means if they aren't connecting with you the same way, you can have a connection like that with somebody else. So you can't be scared or dating in fear, trying to hold on to somebody because you're ultimately anyway.
That's right.
Well,
And what Solomon said, there's a lot of people that got married younger, 25, 24, 26, that are now divorced. And it's one of those things where the men not okay with saying, no, I'm really not ready, right? Because I think that's a whole nother topic. I'm really not ready, but I'm going to do it for her. Well, you can't do it for her.
That is a great topic.
Do it for you.
what's for
Tune
you?
in next season. That's a good one.
All right, say that again, Solomon.
What's for you is for you.
Amen.
The Lord has for you, He has for you. So you got to move.
Man. And you know what I'm gonna say, because August Wilson, I don't know if y'all know him, but he's he's an amazing writer. And he said in one of his plays, which is true, he was like, the harder you hold on to, a guy, the quicker it is for him to slip away. I'm telling you, the harder you hold on to him, it's easier for somebody else to come get him. I was like, okay. Well, then that means he was basically saying, don't hold on to nobody. If it's time to go, let him go. If it's for you, he'll come back around. I'm telling you, so many people have come back around in our lives. They just haven't gone to the next level, which is why this is why we are the waiting game, chapter 35 / almost 36. Shout out to Maggie because her birthday is next week.
Right,
we're gonna talk about it at the end. So yes, we're gonna shout out again next week for your birthday because shout out now, but at the end. We'll shout out it to put your cash app in there and everything. Okay.
So hold on. Solomon had to go through this question.
I had two things.
Keep going.
One, I want to say I appreciate hearing this podcast. I think it's awesome. Women saying that they're willing to wait and not settle for less than they deserve. I think that's awesome. And two, y'all gonna change the title when you turn 36?
No. You know why? No, because it came to fruition at 35. So we talk about that. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason why. And plus, I'm like, I already put my name on it, and I already put what you call I already signed the paperwork and did. We ain't doing that again. So I already put some money on it. We ain't doing it. But anyway, I think. Thank you, Solomon. So what I heard you say, powerful words from a man. Amen. Because it's even more powerful when it comes from a man of God. So you said you love the fact that you waited. First of all, you love your wife to pieces. She's the best. Everything that's happened to you, she's everything you prayed for.
This is actually why I'm late, if you know what I'm saying.
And but see, the key thing that I heard you say was that you waited until God told you to move, not when you wanted to move, when God told you, hey, it's that time. Because everybody knows when God's in it, it flows. It ain't no, oh my God, it's none of that.
It's real. Like, he was in it the whole time.
Yes.
He told me she was gonna be my wife. I think it was our third date.
Right. It was, you told us.
He also confirmed it to her. She told me later that same day.
Now, if that ain't God, I don't know what it is,
Right.
If that ain't God, I don't know. So I appreciate that. And I think something that's key to that is expressing happiness for other people. Yeah. And not being like, oh, I ain't get that. Why I ain't got that? Why ain't it? Okay. Well, that means you ain't ready to receive. So just chill out and be happy for others. So we appreciate that from you, Solomon. What have I learned? I've learned that I have to, I got some things that I got to work on. I need to be more patient. I need to work on, I might not know the answer. I might not ever know the answer. as to why did this happen, or why is that going on, or why, because I'm a why person. But God is like, he's not moved by my why. So since he ain't moved by my why, child, I just gotta chill and be like, I know you got this. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what I'm learning. But that doesn't mean that I'm not still open to meet others. Like, it takes a lot to put yourself out there. So I wasn't trying to, I think for me, if it don't work over here, then go over there. It doesn't mean that you just cut off automatically and be like, I don't want that, because I will do that. I will shut people down immediately, but I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to be open and just keep really in mind that, does God have control over who will come in and out of my life? Yes, even though he gave us free choice, to have people stay longer than they need to, but he still is like, hey, he's going to bless whoever's going to come in your life. Mm-hmm. So I'm grateful for that. And I think that I feel honestly that we're getting closer. We're getting closer than we were before. Because I know if I hadn't gotten married 20-something, child, bye. I don't know what would have happened, to be honest. So, and I think God blessed us in a lot of ways to keep us where we are. And, he continues to do so. But, that don't mean that, and I still believe this too, even though we touching on God today, which is great. That's who we are. The whole settling thing, it's a reason why we didn't settle. Mm-hmm. We 36 for a reason, 35, almost 36, but it's a reason why we waited. And I think that God is going to bless the fact that we waited.
Right.
So, and it's going to blow our minds. It's going to blow my mind. So,
amen.
Hello, receive that. It's going to blow your mind. It's going to be like, oh, dang, this was what I asked for back 10 years ago. Or whatever. So I think that that's great. Everyone shared that. Was to come up for 2021. 2020 was a little different. But 2021 is going to be outstanding. Mm-hmm. So is Ant-Man, is you back? Are you back? I don't know, because he's on.
Doing that for anybody in the chat that's watching. This may be your first time watching. Welcome, yes. Or you watched all of them. What have you learned, or some things and listening to what we've learned over the past 2 seasons that you guys want to chime in? Because we definitely read the chat, and we definitely want you guys to be a part of our conversation as well.
Right. And this goes for single, married, in transition, anything. Yeah. Something you've learned in relationships just this year, being in any type of relationship this year. I did want to add one more thing to mine, and Maggie made me think about it. I always thought I was a good communicator, and I think I am. I still do. But that whole taking people, I think I assumed a lot. While I was a great communicator, I sometimes assume things. Now, don't get me wrong. If somebody tell me something, I take them for face value, your actions, what you say. But sometimes when you don't say something, I typically assumed a lot, and I would shy away from asking those tough questions. Well, what do you think about this, that? I kind of shied away from those tough questions. Although I knew how I felt about certain situations, I might have not known how, whether it be friendships, coworkers, anything like that, specifically in dating. And now I found that I'm not as scared to ask those questions. I'm not afraid to come out the box and say, hey, this is what I'm looking for. You either like it or you don't, And,
I mean, it's that simple.
And I'm ready.
It's that simple.
And again, Victoria, I take them for what they say. Hey, you either like it or you don't. You don't like it, I'm cool. We're moving on. We can be cool and cordial. Let's keep it moving. And so I will say I've learned that too.
Do you think when you were saying that, it made me think of, we tell ourselves that story, right? So you didn't ask the questions because you really didn't want to know. Deep down, but you wanted to continue to live in this la la land, as we like to say. You like to live in la la land.
Yes. Just didn't want to ask.
Bless your la la land.
La la land to get you messed up, though. I'm trying to tell you that It'll get you messed up. That La La Land, this man be done moved on and got married, and you like, but he said, no.
Right.
That La La Land get you messed up.
Everything.
Right. So Simon,
I know I got some people like he married.
Come on.
Yeah.
Didn't we talk about that, y'all? I think Solomon, we might have talked about that. He got some people surprised, like, you married. You don't know he married. Don't know nothing about the relationship.
Well, I'm gonna ask a question to you, Solomon. I don't think it's too personal, but it might be.
Go ahead. Come on.
All right, bet. You don't know me, Shotty. I'm gonna ask. Okay. So, do you think that you have led women on to feel like when you got married, like, are you serious? I thought it was me. Has that happened to you, or did you have any people still feeling like, dang, we were supposed to be together? How could you do that? You went to this other lady. I just want to know.
No.
Oh, good. So
I wasn't that bad. No, I wasn't that bad. Like, I was getting myself.
I just want to know. I just want to know.
No.
So thank you for being honest. I think this is a great conversation. I think that something else that we as women, as well as men, every time I say for women, it could be for men as well. I think that once you really, the person that is going to be who he's going to be, it's not going to be confusion. Won't be no confusion. Like, maybe, I don't know, well, he said this, or will we act like we together? No. It's not gonna go down that way. I think that's what's happened in the past. I can speak for myself, for sure it happened. And God saved me because I didn't marry them, which is great. So, okay, are you ready? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ant-Man, hello. So
yes, I'm back.
Okay, you back. All right. So we're gonna go back to the question that he asked us before. He said, how do we want to be approached?
Yes, that was the question. Last week.
That's what you said, sir. Oh, all right.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm just saying. So who wants to answer that question first? How about this? Maggie, go.
So, how do I want to be approached? Honestly,
that's right.
I would prefer you to be man up, straight about it, right? Like, respectfully, I'm interested in you. I want to get to know you, right? I'm a big straight shooter. Like, just tell
direct.
Are.
So I don't have to guess and play games. And like Tanya, like, unless you say it, I'm not big on. I mean, I am big on flirting, and I will flirt.
Yes, you are.
But as a man approaching me, I need you to be direct, because I might not know, right? And I might not be in the mood to be flirting and funny and ha he hen, but you might be interested in me and I have no clue. So just come direct, but respectful with your directness, you know?
Yes.
Heard.
Okay, so
understood.
Maggie says she wants to be direct. All right, come with it. Don't be no, foo-foo, or I don't know if she's gonna like me. Just do it. Okay. So next we have Solomon, you taking. So next we have Sheree. We have Sheree.
I want to hear Tanya, and I'm gonna tell you why I want to hear Tanya.
Okay. Well, go ahead, Tanya.
I tell you.
Okay.
Please, because I want to know why.
Now, I'm just gonna say it's been very different. I guess there's no one way I can say you can approach me and that's the only way that I'm gonna open it. One, do I like you? Don't even have to be direct with me. If you staring at me long enough, I'm gonna stare right back at you. Okay. What's the I know some men like that, and I'm gonna try to give you a little eye, like, okay, what you gonna do? Because if you just come over and give me a compliment, I'm just gonna say this right now. That do not tell me that you're interested.
Thank you.
And I think we said that before. I'm sorry. I think we said that before. If you just come over and give me a compliment, I know how to take a compliment, baby. I do think I'm beautiful. Hello, I'll tell you thank you and say, oh, I appreciate it. You know, that definitely does not tell me that you're interested. What?
I know. That's it.
Don't even worry about it. Go ahead, Sheree.
Okay, so I'm trying to think. The most, I guess that has been the most thing that like, I'm trying to think instances where men have, I'm trying to think out in public other than, you know, because right now I'm online dating, so.
But still, they still have to find a way to approach you with online dating too.
Right.
Not just hi.
Yeah, they do, but you definitely can't just hit me with the hey, how you doing? Because you know I've already said that's redundant, and you know while I do love a great compliment, I would say I would like something a little bit out of the box a little bit.
Maybe, yeah, especially if he says, hey, I've been looking at your profile and I see that we have some things in common. Take it a little further than just like, oh, that's so you beautiful. Okay, thank you.
Exactly. And I would even go as further as to trying to actually make it a conversation. That's because right. I've always said I do not want to feel like I'm having to carry the conversation or probe you or, you know, just be willing and show some interest to be eager to get to know me, not just for the physical boo-boo. Thank you so much, because I do think we're all beautiful. Don't get me wrong, a woman loves a great compliment. But along with that compliment, please try to get to know something else about me.
That's right.
And that will go definitely a lot longer. It'll go a long way. So, you know, you peek me from across the room, you know, I'm going down the aisle and you catch my eye and a good smell, I might turn around and look. And if we catch eyes, I'm going to turn back and keep walking, boo-boo. You better come tap me on my shoulder and say so. Okay.
Well, I don't know if touching your shoulder is enough, because sometimes, you know how, especially if you're willing to walk away and be like, I don't know about me. But if somebody comes behind you and touch your shoulder, you be like, what are you doing? Okay, unless, you know, he say, you just need to.
But they would say, excuse me. They would be like, I mean, because clearly we don't call each other's eyes. So.
Okay. So, Sheree, why is it that you passed it off?
So I passed it off because, you know, in previous conversations that Maggie and I date alike.
You do.
Y'all do.
You do.
Like, I wanted to see if we approach the same way. Like, if we like to be approached the same exact way. And if y'all two like to be approached the same
way.
You do.
Right. Because I'm with Maggie. Just be direct. I'm a direct person. Like, just come at me. Hey,
I'd be like,
this, you know, I see you from this, that, and the third. Like, hold a conversation. Don't just be like, hey, boo, or hey, yo, what's up? Nothing. That's all you got to say, because I don't know what's up can mean a lot of things. So I'm not gonna assume that you're coming over here because you like this, that, and the third. Because people have bought me drinks just because I look pretty. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And anything else going on? Like, I be direct. For me, it's just be direct. Like, yo, this is what I'm feeling. This is what I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? Cool. Like, we can hold a conversation. Like, even if you start up with a nice conversation just about anything, you could just have seen me walk across with something, or you could have heard a conversation, because I know men listen.
Hello.
Let me peeping, like, okay, let me finesse this. Like, what's she talking about? What's she over there? Who's she with? So I'm not like, don't.
Thank you for that, Sheree.
Yeah.
It's about what I thought anyway, though. You won't direct. All right.
You ain't Maggie.
So,
all right.
Exactly. See?
Yep.
Now let me ask you this: indirect. What if he just walked up and say, "Hey, ma'am, I would like to get to know." This goes for Maggie too. He says, "I just think you're so beautiful. I would like to get to know you. Would you mind?
Direct.
You know, can I have your number?" Boom.
That's
direct.
That is correct. Yes, you can.
That's your number.
Yeah, that's correct.
I'm gonna say this though, because it has been some men that have done that to me, but your discernment is always going to kick
Right.
in.
Mhm.
So I was just like,
Something's
no,
wrong.
next time if I'm like in here again, I ain't gonna lie, I throw that in there. So if you see me again, maybe we can, talk.
False hope. Don't
Like
give me
that.
no false hope.
No false
No.
hope.
No, but I mean, I'm like, well, in my
No, but it's true.
my
It's like if you're not
discernment-
interested, right? Like I said,
I mean,
you're
you're
not
right. If you're not interested,
You be
but
like,
at
you
the same,
laugh it off. Ha ha, thank you.
girl,
That's
no,
right.
I
See,
tried
that's
that
not
too.
cool.
And some
That's not
dudes
cool.
that do that, they be disrespectful. So
Oh.
for me, I'm just like, you know what? Let me try a different approach because I have done that before, and I'm just like, no, it's okay. I appreciate it. Thank you for the offer, but it's okay. They be like, sir.
Right. Okay. All right. So
I had that dude in Kroger every Monday trying to find you.
Right.
but you know,
Right.
that's
But
actually,
but look, hey, you persisted. So then I'm be like, okay, well, but hey,
Is that persistent or stalking?
Or crazy. Right.
it depends.
it depends. It does. That's what she said. Her
If
discernment.
he in there anyway,
Discernment.
then okay. Now you can tell if somebody's stalking you. I know
You really can. If you feel it, you can. You can.
Is there really a difference though, or does it just depend on if you're interested?
It's a feeling.
I think it's a feeling too.
Because
It's a feeling.
a dude can leave a note on your car, and if you're interested, you go, "Oh, that was sweet." If you're not, you calling the police.
Oh
I'm
man,
like
there
this,
you go.
girl. Let me see if I can. No, I'm gonna find out who it is.
It's the energy. It's somebody's energy too. Yeah, you can feel the energy.
So
sometimes.
ladies, I feel like it's safe to say there is no right way.
Yeah,
What?
it's not. If your intentions are
There's no right way, but there are things that you just don't want to happen. That things that I feel like maybe the question should be more is like top 5 things that's no. That's gonna be a no. It's automatic. It's like y'all dead. You dead in the water.
Oh well, it's a lot of dead in the waters, child. I just
Shit.
it's a lot of dead in the water.
So, well, that's why I feel like it's tricky because I feel like that's a great point that Simon just brought up. It's like some things can be interpreted as being sweet or romantic, but if you're not interested, those things could flip into a whole nother feeling, a whole nother vibe.
Yeah.
It's weird now, you know what I'm saying? It's creepy,
somebody calling you baby without being their baby. Oh, hey baby, I'm sorry, baby. What?
But I know females that do like it.
They do.
I'm
Some of
pretty
them
sure
do.
it just depends on who it is, though.
I'm talking about just meeting somebody and they calling you, hey,
I don't.
baby.
Yeah, that's a no go for me.
I was about to say, I don't like pet names.
I sure don't. I only like pet names if you've earned them. So I don't do that whole like, oh baby, like, what baby? That if you calling me baby, you calling somebody else baby too, baby. So
that's
don't you?
I have learned.
Because I be calling people, oh, sweetie, but then I'm old school, so I be like, oh, you so, look at the poor baby, oh, sweetie.
That's different.
That's a different tone, though.
That's different. That's different. My mama says sweetie to everybody. They know what that means.
Right.
They know what that means when they talk to her. Like, you know what I mean?
Calling you baby or sweetheart while they're trying to holler at you.
Turn off. Okay, so yeah, what was I gonna say? Okay, yeah. Oh, dang, how do I like to be approached? Let me just answer that.
Yeah, go.
No, you good. So, how do I like to be approached? Y'all pretty much said it. I do like direct, but sometimes direct is scary to me. It's like, dang, because most of the time, I'm gonna be honest with you. People do not approach me. They find a way to get to me, but they don't approach me like, oh, I saw you over there and hello. Like if they, not in my grown days, like they haven't really done that, like approach me. But if they wanted to, or, I think that I'm a hopeless romantic. So I think I would be like, oh, wow, if he found a way to always be linked to me some kind of place. If I always saw him or everywhere, I'd be like, and he actually listened or thought about, like, not even listened, he thought like, Dag, I noticed that you did X, Y, Z, so I'm doing X, Y, Z. That was his way of showing interest. I like people who do that. Like, it's kind of weird. You can approach, you already know, don't come over here talking about something. Hey, we're not doing that. Don't come over here. We're not doing no hey. That's just not, I don't care what condition I'm in doing.
That's
I'm
still a thing.
started. I don't care nothing about that.
What?
I don't do no AAA. I
Not
don't
in
do
the
no.
club either.
Yep, I don't do that. I don't do, but you know what? Like I said, nobody's ever approached me in church, of course, because we're all friends. So it's like, okay. Nobody, I might go out, but Tanya said we're very similar. I'm trying to catch your eye. So if I catch your eye, then I'm like this. But see, unfortunately for me, if I catch your eye, I think I'm like, did he really look at me? Are we really connected? I don't feel it that way. So I have to have like confirmations that you're intimate.
Exactly.
Like,
Come over and speak.
right? Or you just catching eyes with me like you just everybody else. I don't know. So I'm like, I think it's all about the vibe. It's all about if you don't come looking crazy.
Mute yourself.
Yep, be yourself. Be it. You know what? If you can make me laugh off the rip, you good to go. Because if you make me laugh, like, okay, let's say we at a bar, whatever, not in COVID, but let's say we at a bar and we like, okay, and then we just start laughing about something, like if somebody does something, right? Like, did you see what she did? Oh, ha, ha, ha. Like, whatever. If we connect in that way, like, why she got that on? Or whatever, something stupid. And we are both laughing, and we're both laughing and agreeing, something childish, whatever. Then I'll be like, oh, good sense of humor, you good to go. You ain't.
Cool.
I don't like people too serious though. Don't be like, oh yes, I've done this and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. I don't care nothing about that.
Yeah. Exactly. Because we definitely gonna flirt back, like Maggie said. We definitely gonna flirt back if you approach.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's a new age. Anything. I mean,
right now.
All right.
Some dudes probably listen like
because we're nice women. We're nice women, so we ain't gonna be like,
we're friendly regardless.
We're friendly.
Exactly.
We're nice. We're not gonna be like this. Get out of my face. Now we're not gonna do that. We're not those kind of women.
Right.
But we will if you say something rude.
What is that boundary though when flirting? Because when
all
the time.
No, but do you touch
all this
flirt?
now? It's some dudes listening.
Do you touch with your flirting?
That's the thing. So like we are friendly, but what is the boundary? Because for me, like I laugh. Sometimes we hit people when we laugh, or like
of course.
Laugh. But
I'm
some
like
people take that as, oh, so you like me. Oh, okay. When it's like, I was just laughing.
We'll say it though.
It's a reflex.
So let me see how I could say everybody's is, because I think it was pretty clear. Tanya is gonna give you the look or whatever. She's gonna be looking at you, but you can't just be, well, in her dating on websites, you gotta get more than, hey, beautiful, good morning, beautiful. Like all day long. Just so you know, not all women, but these women right here. Me and Tanya, we laugh at this all the time. Good morning, beautiful. Okay, good morning. What else?
Who is that? Hold on.
Anthony.
It's Anthony.
Oh, he's
you just can't see him. I was like, yeah, let me mute him. I love him, but I'm gonna mute him. Let me see. We could easily, what I'm saying, Maggie wants to be direct. Cherie wants to be direct. I mean, at the end of the day, we all want you to be direct, to be honest. We don't want to be guessing like it, and we need to know that you genuinely are trying to get to know me and not just get to know me amongst everyone else.
So Miranda said, and hey, Miranda said, based on the age, depending on the age or the interest of the person, their approach might be different. Where an older guy, I think where she's going may be direct and he's ready and know, where a younger guy flirt and play and see if he can get some interest, maybe.
True. That sounds about right. That sounds about right.
What's the age range y'all looking to date? What age range are y'all?
Okay, that's a great question. Great question. Okay, so I think I'm coming to the conclusion. The oldest I will go at 36. The oldest I will go is about. I know my parents probably watch that. I don't care. The oldest I will probably go is I'll do 10 up. Because I know some who are not as like I know some 40-year-olds who act young. Not immature, but they act young. So you know what I mean? They're lively. So I do about 45, and the youngest about 33, Jesus age. That's it. That's it.
I'm done.
I'm just saying, that's it, baby. Jesus. These guys are made a little different. We got a lot of going on.
Yeah.
So hello, y'all quiet. What's y'all age?
Go ahead, Sheree. I was about to say, go ahead, Sheree.
Okay. So my lows will be 33 as well, but my highest, I'm trying to remember the highest.
Not that high.
Not the highest.
Not that high.
Dated,
You make them
but
better.
that
It ain't
you
been
would
that
date.
high.
No. Like, because y'all know me, I normally date younger. Like that was
You
that
do.
was my norm back in the
Exactly.
day. So
You do.
that's why I'm like, my youngest will be 33, but I wouldn't go past
33.
30. No, I wouldn't know. Now I wouldn't go past, well, I say 46, probably the same.
Yeah. 46.
Girl, that's
It'll be the
different for you. Go
Girl,
ahead,
what?
Sheree.
All the way there.
Okay.
Praise the
But you know what? Your
Come on,
oldest, your youngest is 30s, and your oldest is 30.
Yeah,
Back in the
33.
day. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
But this is new.
That's
Thank
the
you.
lowest I go.
Okay.
Oh, Tanya, gone, girl. What you got?
Honey, it's some stipulations over here. Let me tell you what my thing say. My thing ain't say. Okay. Now, I like them old, honey. Old, black, gray. Y'all know I love them. I love a good older man, honey. Especially an older man that can teach me something that I don't know and, can build me up, take me to the next level. I think that is what attracts me the most. Now, if a younger man has those qualities,
That's right.
that definitely will pique my interest. I just have never found that in a younger man, just based off experience. I feel like experience goes a long way. But if you have experienced some things in your younger life that I haven't experienced, by all means, that is going to draw me to you. So I want to say, I would say, I don't see anybody going through no experiences that young. So I would say my youngest, I don't even want to say 30, honey, because 34. I wouldn't even say 33, because sometimes 34 but I will say, if your experiences and you can teach me, if you have been to different places, I mean, just more experience, I feel like, even, with children, with life, with your career, with your job, at a younger age, I'm definitely open to that. I just haven't met that yet. So let me just throw that out there. So
Correct.
my youngest, maybe 32, 33. I might be where y'all at. I don't
Yep.
know. I used to
Right.
say,
So just come on to the 33, child.
hello, I would do the 33. I could go
Come on to the
younger.
33.
I just ain't met it yet. Now, my oldest.
Me either. Right. We
But honey, it's been a little older lately, and I've done, I like some older men. So
what does that mean, though? What you still haven't given a number? What does that mean?
You talking about like my cap? Like,
yes,
if
your
I
cap. Your cap. Yes.
I don't even do. Let me see. I could do.
Go ahead, say it. Go ahead.
50, honey. I will, because when I think about it, okay, I done seen them 47, 48. And I ain't had no problems with it, honey. If you young and able to move with me, I don't have no problem with it. 50. Let me tell y'all, these 50 years old out here looking fine. These 50-year-olds looking fine, even with grown children, honey. I done met a couple.
It's better to have grown kids, so you ain't got to be dealing with no young ones. So
exactly.
Okay, exactly. Maggie.
So, yeah, I done met a couple.
Y'all know I've dated older guys too.
You have for the longest.
Exactly.
But I think in me dating all of those older men, it made me realize I couldn't deal with a lot of things that came along with older men. So it made me realize, I need to bring that cap down some.
Mm-hmm.
But to Tanya's point, I'm still open to dating older. But
right.
My only caveat with that is he needs to want to have kids, because I still want to have kids. So I think sometimes when you get past that 48, 50, they're not trying to have kids any longer, right?
True.
And so that's my only real caveat. So I think 46, that 10-year, 46, 47, 48, if they're still willing and want that. And I think my youngest is probably 32-ish.
Yeah.
33. Go ahead, come to 33.
We're on the same page. 33. You know, because I feel like guys get more serious in that 37 to 40 age range, just from experience. 32, 33, you still really don't know what you want. I'm not going to say you don't know what you want, but
You don't.
in our experience, you know, it has shown that you really still don't know what you want.
Right.
You don't. Thank you.
But you know what? As a female, I'll put that out there too. At 30, I'm 35 now, soon to be 36. At 32 and 31 and 33, I have changed so much.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Right.
So even as a woman, I've changed that much as well. So I'm not even gonna just put it out there on the men, women as well.
Thank you for that, Maggie. So let me just cap these before we move on to the man, because I got to ask him a question too. So, okay. So Maggie says 10 up, about everybody's 33. We're just gonna say that, okay? All of us are 33-ish. I mean, of course, it's always give and take some things. And what, you know, because sometimes I'm like, what is really your age? What is age? Because I need to know what that means. Because a 33-year-old over here who grew up this way is gonna be different from a 33-year-old who grew up another way.
Right,
So
right.
those experiences. And then, so that's for everybody. And then Cherie said 10, so 36. I mean, 46. Child, I just can't believe it. So
I don't see that Cherie Hannon. Woo, honey, brought it
but you know what? But the thing, only person who got to see it child is Cherie.
That's the only person that had a
That's what I said. That's new. That's new.
Yep, about to say Cherie and Jesus. Ain't nobody else got to see it.
No, I said the Lord.
About to say, yep, Cherie and Jesus. That's it. Yeah, we said Maggie, who used to do the old men.
It's changed.
It's still 10 years. You know, and then younger, 33, Tanya, same thing, but hers actually exceeds 10 years. I mean, to go a little higher, but everybody's saying it's based off of experience. So it doesn't mean that we won't. It could either go here or there. It doesn't mean that that's what it's going to be. It's just we just putting it out there. Okay, so Mr. Solomon, did you ever, when you met your wife, did you ever think that, like, did you have an age preference? Like, oh, she can't be my age. Did it matter, or was it really just God is in control?
She fell in line with in my age range. So she's 30. We're 3 years apart. So she's 34. So, but I said I didn't want to go, like, I would go up to like 40 something, because I was I used to date older women back in. So, but I wanted something like within like a 4 or 5 age difference, you know.
Okay, so that's good to know. So everybody has expressed how they felt, what they worked on, what they're working on with themselves to get ready for whoever's going to be here for us. Or what, not even just, it's not even preparing for the husband, but preparing for life on a different level. So I think that I appreciate you guys saying that. Does anybody have anything to say in the chat? I don't know, I can't read nothing. So
no,
Miranda.
Captured everything.
What'd you say?
We've captured.
Okay, good. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for this whole season. Thank you for being here. You could be anywhere else, but you came to be here. Right. So we thank you for that. Ant-Man is gone, but we appreciate him for even trying to come. He came last week, and we're grateful for that. Because I think it's important for us to get different types of men. Maggie tried to help me understand different kinds of men we could meet at different levels, or even meet, and it might be something else. You never know what it's going to look like, you know. And since we're at that stage of not knowing at all, we don't know what it's going to look like unless God, you know, he shows you in a dream. He gonna be this age, he gonna be this high, he gonna be this low, he gonna be that, whatever. So I think this has been great. Anybody else have anything to say before we get up out of here?
Well, Solomon Lonnie said, don't say a woman's age in these streets.
I mean,
yeah, my bad.
All you said was, I mean, you're right. Okay. So, but you know what? I think when women get older, do y'all think women, the 36-year-olds, 35, do you care if people know your age?
We don't.
I don't.
But I do know some women that do care. But I think for me, the reason why I don't, because I don't look, pretty much we don't look.
Me either. I don't either.
We're 36. And I'm not saying that we act like, because how do you
we
act
don't.
Like
we don't.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't act like we're like some old bats. just waiting around
Right,
going to work and
No.
not living life.
Right.
Like we love
Right.
life, we love people, we love to go out, we love to communicate, we love everything about the world. Well, whoa. Say that again. Not everything about the world. Okay?
Not
We know
everything.
what you
But
meant.
we just love right, but we love people. So when
Right,
people
when
ask me my age, it doesn't, and I don't think it affect y'all either because we don't
Nah.
look our age. Like we can still get carded.
And or somebody listen, I don't care what nobody say, and I keep saying it. I'm 27. Clearly, it just hasn't.
Oh.
I mean, every
Right.
time I'm telling you, I just noticed. Like, if I had to put an age on how I look, I'm like, oh, I'm about 27, 26. That's what I am. Therefore, that's what I shall be. I don't care about people asking what my age is though. But I think you know why people if I were to have issues because I'm just like shocked, like, dang, I'm 36. Dang. Right, I'm 4 steps closer to 40. Okay, and at that point, we're gonna close on that statement. Maggie, go ahead and put your cash
Cash
app
out.
in wherever the chat may be, child. Let
As
them
well, for
bless
y'all
you.
listening, not looking at the chat, right? My birthday is next Friday, so I'm the
Hello,
last
the 18th.
36,
Damn.
week before Christmas, but my cash app is Mag MG. F is in Frank Harris, Harris. Mag F Harris. Thank you. Blessings
Right.
for
You
that
know,
36.
it just is what it is. Because it's, you know what, this is what you could even do. Like, y'all ain't gotta have no $36. You can give a $3.60, whatever line of 36 you want to do. You can keep your 36 cents, but a little bigger than that. $3.60, whatever. I'm just playing, you know. So thank you guys. Always, Solomon. Good stuff. We need to have your wife on here next time.
Yes.
You and your wife.
Yeah.
Just, just put that in her spirit when we come back, because we'll be back. We're gonna be back obviously
Next
in
year.
January. Things have changed, so we'll be back in whatever time in January, usually, because we try to give y'all time to debrief and relief from work, being in holidays, which you just chill out. If you guys have anything to say, Tanya, we thank you for being here. Maggie, I thank you for being here. Cherie, I thank you for being here. Solomon, I thank you for being here. It's been a great, great season. I think we've learned a lot. We're continuing to learn a lot. It's not over until God says it's over. So just put that out there for you guys. In any situation, it ain't over till God says it's over. That would be like a psycho if I said it to a man. I'm not gonna do that. I don't mean that. I'm just saying we don't want psychos or stalkers. So show your interest in a way that God has showed you to show the interest. Now, be goofy. It's okay to be goofy. You ain't gotta be like, oh, I got a three-piece suit on again. You ain't gotta do all that. Please. Actually, that turns us off. I don't like men who take themselves too serious. Just chill out, just be cool. I think that's what we're looking for. And I bet you next season, we're going to come back like, bam, y'all, I'm dating somebody. He's coming. You got to speak it. Speak it, then receive it. Ladies, I'm telling you, I put that out there for y'all. You'll be ready. You will be ready. I'm telling you. You'll be
Go ahead, Solomon.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just wanted some shameless promotions.
Right. I was waiting.
So
we coming.
I have a podcast. It's called Songs of Solomon Podcast. Please go out there and check it out. It's just about life, love, faith, everything from my perspective. All right. Songs of Solomon Podcast is available everywhere you find podcasts. You can follow me on Instagram at Nigerian.gent and also Songs of Solomon Podcast. All right. Thank you so much for having me.
Plug it, buddy.
It's been excellent. No, let me just say this about his show, because actually I listened to one today.
Right.
And I said, okay, the couple that you had on, I was like, oh, that's so precious. Not precious like young. People say precious, they be thinking it's like, oh, not like that. Like very mature. They had some great stuff to say. I was like, dang, I need to see what's going on in my life as far as getting in the right place, with promotion and, trying to find if I'm supposed to be in my job or not. Or that's what they talked about. Different things like, are you ready to move? How do you know when it's time for you to move on and go somewhere else or jump out there and do something new? And how that happened within their marriage and like how she came back and told him. And he was like, yeah, she told me. And it was great. So I stamped that one. Thank you. And Solomon, thank you, Solomon. You're the best. Thank you guys for joining us. You already know what to do. I don't even know who heard it, but you know, we're gonna put this again everywhere it go. YouTube, I put it on my page too. You guys share with you guys. Merry Christmas. It's gonna be a great new year. Happy New Year. Just get into the habit of this is what I want. And because God loves me so much, he gonna give it to me. And if he don't want to give it to you, that means you ain't supposed to have it. Just so you know. So get in the habit of just speaking the things that you want. You know, try to take it deeper than just shallow stuff like, oh, I want a Birkin bag or, you know, Louis Vuitton. To take it deeper than that. Pray that God brings the right people in your life. So thank you guys for coming with us. What'd you say?
Solomon.
Go ahead. Oh yeah, he got his hand up. Go.
I got one more.
I know, because Vicky be going.
Girl, I'm telling you, I see it. Sorry, go.
One more thing. I like I said, you guys are doing a great job, and a lot of times the wait is because what's coming is so great that it's not ready there yet. You know, it's not ready yet. The 4 men that are coming for y'all, they're crafted and molded, and they're becoming those men, perfect men for each of y'all. So they're coming. They're coming.
Amen. We receive
it. Don't have me tearing up, child. I ain't got time. All right. Don't give me the tearing up. It's easy these days. The older you get, the more you cry.
I receive it.
I'm like, Lord Jesus, don't give me tearing up. It's been rough out here in these streets. So we thank you for that. That's a great way to close.
It is.
You guys tune in next season. We'll have a whole lot of other stuff. We're gonna have some extra guests. I like the fact that we're having different men, but we're gonna have some seasoned men. They're gonna come on here. Some seasoned men who might be on their second, third marriage, whatever. Just something different. People have different, different lifestyle. Yes. We want that. So thank you guys. Follow us on Instagram, The Waiting Game, chapter 35. And then follow us on YouTube. It's under Victoria L, but you can just Google it and then it'll go to it. And then follow us on Facebook. We love you guys. Stay safe in these streets because the numbers is going up. Don't get it twisted, okay? They're going up daily and it's gonna go up even higher after Christmas. Okay, so love you guys and we will talk to you. I gotta put I'm like, I don't know how to end. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye, Maggie. Happy birthday, Maggie.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye.